A quick disclaimer before we get into this video. I referred to every price in this video up until the very end as pounds, English pounds, sterling. Actually, it's all in euros. I forgot that the Arena shop is in euros. So actually, it's a little bit less that I spent, but I do cover that towards the end when talking about the price of modern by comparison. Just keep that in mind as we get into this video. Okay, little confession time here. I didn't actually spend £900 on Arena. Well, I did, but it wasn't my money and it wasn't on my account. Essentially, Wizards of the Coast reached out to a lot of creators very recently and gave us access to an account a day before everyone else to record content on, similar to the old early access system, but it could not be streamed and it could only be recorded, so I've got some gameplay coming out today and probably tomorrow as well. Interestingly though, they didn't give us the old accounts back, like the PleasantKenobi VIP account or whatever. I got an account with the number 013 on the end of it, so we're all like faceless as we play into each other in this queue. And this account was fresh, with no cards on it, no wild cards supplied, even though that's what they said they would do in the first place. And the workaround was that they were loaded with gems and coins, so you could just go buy packs. So I bought 900 packs. Now really what I should have bought was probably 990 to make this a full £1,000. But I'm an idiot. 90 packs cost you 18,000 gems. 20,000 gems to buy is £999. So roughly speaking, on this account, I spent the equivalent of £899.91 on packs. And I cracked them in lots of 10. And that's what you're seeing on screen now. The great thing about this being a fresh account was that there was nothing, absolutely nothing on the account prior to me doing this, which means we get an exactly raw number of wild cards and mythic cards and so on. And we also get to see at what point I stop opening Forgotten Realms cards and I've completed the set. Now, if you were to be absolute crazy whale and do this with your own money, the more efficient way to do this with 900 packs would be to split it between 2 sets at least, maybe even 3. We'll see shortly just how far I get by cracking packs. But we do get to a point where I'm just cracking nothing but cards giving me gems back. As you'll know early on in this video, I have 820,320 gems left on this God account that we got given. So what we will be able to also do is see how far or how many gems I get back once we start hitting that point of having all the cards in the set. Also, what we're getting here are wild cards opened and vault progress. So we're going to get to see what 900 packs, £900, 900 English pounds gets us in terms of vault progress from 0. Quick editor's note, whilst I was editing, I realised my math was actually slightly off. If you think about it, you spent 18,000 gems to get 90 packs, but they only sell you gems in 20,000 integers at £90. So actually, by the time we bought 10 lots of this and got to the 900 pack magical number, we actually got one of them for free, or had stuff left over if you think about it. So actually, yeah, I didn't want to be disingenuous. I noticed it during editing. I was like, fuck, do I need to mention this? I know I'm bad at maths. But honestly, if they didn't make the pack prices not fit the amount of currency you buy in a very obviously modern video game live service ripping you off style, then I would feel bad about getting the math slightly wrong, but I don't. So fuck them. Another interesting thing I got from this experiment was that we were opening cards from the set, mythics, up until we had 300 packs left. So I cracked 600 packs on Arena, using £600 of not my money, it's virtual money from the virtual god account, and this account will probably disappear into the ether afterwards, but 600 English pounds had to be spent before we had an entire collection of a set. Now that's not as alarmist as it first sounds, because of course you can go and complete mythics and rares and such with wild cards, so it's probably closer to maybe 2/3 of that, well maybe even a bit less actually once you start spending your wild cards. But at that point you can't buy the other things. For example, to get into historic, you've got to buy rare lands, and that's one of the issues that I've got with Arena, is that the economy strangles you and makes it very difficult for you to buy into the supported Eternal format, especially when they said that Pioneer isn't really in the pipeline anymore, Pioneer Masters isn't coming, so we're not getting reprints on Arena as such in a way to support the older format. Instead of having cards added to it that you buy as raw deals, and then you've got to spend a lot of money to try and get the current stuff. Now, of course, I'm talking about unlocking literally everything, and people are going to tell me in the comments, and they're right, we don't need to unlock everything. Only content creators really need to unlock everything, and even then they don't need everything. But it is kind of wild that it costs you 600 packs to get a full set. 600 packs. Now, honestly, I don't know how that works out compared to paper. I imagine paper is just as bad but costs more money. But at least you can sell those cards at that point. Don't forget that paper has always got the resellability, the secondary market propping it up as not such a ridiculous investment. Meanwhile, with Arena, yeah, this money is sunk. If this was my money, I would never get it back, except for perhaps the exchange of it for fun, of course. I'm paying them to have fun and to own digital objects on their servers. So the second lot of 300 packs, honestly, if you were doing this to actually build an Arena collection for an insane amount of money, you'd want to crack the next 300 packs for another set. You wouldn't complete the set based upon the evidence we've got here. You'd actually only probably get half the set, maybe a bit more. You get a load of gems though, and you get a load of wild cards. At the end of all of that, after we'd cracked all the cards in the set and the next 300 boosters basically give us nothing but gems, we made 11,080 gems. Now, bearing in mind that 20,000 gems cost you 100 English pounds, that means that we made back 50 pounds of our investment. So really, even though it's still stuck in the system, you could argue we only spent 850 pounds. At the end of all this, we had 768.6% vault progress. So we had to crack the vault 7 times. I opened 900 packs of Arena Magic cards, 900 English pounds of Magic cards, and we got 768. Seven lots of the vault. Doesn't seem like much. So we cracked open all the vaults, took the mythic and rare and uncommon wild cards out of it, and then we took stock of how many wild cards we had. Well, actually, I'm an idiot. I had been doing this after watching the football, and I drunk a bottle of wine and several ciders, so I just got too excited and went and built Black-White Dungeons, the standard deck that I want to play, before checking the numbers. So here is Black-White Dungeons, which is a deck that I'm going to have a video out for before this video comes out. So it's time to do a bit of maths. I went through, there's 37 rares in here, only 20 of them though weren't from Dungeons & Dragons, the set, so I had to craft those. So we got 20 extra rare wildcards here, and I finally got a record of what wildcards we had left via this wildcard summary, so I think is new to Arena. So, when we cracked 900 booster packs of Magic the Gathering on Arena, we got 260, this is rough numbers, because again, I've made a deck, but I'll get you the exact numbers for rares. 262 commons, 362 uncommons, 145 rares, but I'd used 20 at this point, so it's 165 rare wildcards, and 75 mythic rares. At this point, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about these numbers. I have the gut feeling that they're low. I was expecting it to be low. How low? It's hard to say. Like I said, you'd finish a set and a half and then have all this stuff, so you'd probably be able to build several decks, maybe even getting up into the double digits, maybe 10 decks. Is It Phoenix is a high-flying historic deck. It needs 10 mythics and 21 rares. Blue-white auras with Luris is actually 23 rares, no mythics. And like blue-white-red control, a control deck, a Jeskai control, is 14 mythics, 39 rare. Those 3 decks would use around 1/3 of your mythic rares and half of your rare wildcards. Now, of course, that's just buying into 3 historic decks outright by crafting it all for the wildcards you made whilst building Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Obviously, some of the cards you got from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms in this experiment would go into some historic decks, although the power level is so low, I actually think this set might be not the set you should crack en masse if that was your plan. Some people are going to say building 3 historic decks and having a complete set of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms doesn't seem so bad. But remember, I spent well, I didn't spend it myself, but I spent £900. £900. For that price, I could have bought Blitz and Amulet Titan in paper. 2 modern decks. I can also resell later down the line as well. I've actually just realised that I've been saying pounds this entire video, and the marketplace is in euros. Fuck, that's confusing. Okay, so I can't quite buy... I'll put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video that you've probably heard already. I can't quite buy Amulet and Blitz in modern, because it's only $1,000. 900 euros is $1,000. But yeah, I just thought this was a bit of an experiment. I thought it'd be interesting. I thought maybe this information might help people to see just how fucking ridiculous the economy of Arena is and how much of a money sink it can be. Because you can dump, like, you know, near infinite money into it and it still seems farcical. I hope you found something of use or interest in this video. I've been Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. Smash that bell, like, subscribe, all that shit. Share it with your friends. If you found this video interesting and your friends play Arena as well, share this video with your friends. And I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.